Hey, okay, got this all switched over. We're good to go. Let me see if I can see the Facebook side over here. Okay, so I have got this stuff ready to go. I know that you guys have been kind of keeping up on Brooke's Facebook New Year party, and most of the information is there, just kind of popped in every once in a while to add extra stuff. But there was a request to see the new Mix and Chop spatula in action. So you guys see how it's kind of spoon shaped. Plus it's got a really nice edge. See if I can get the camera to pick it up. But it's got a really great edge to it. It's beveled. There, you can kind of see the bevel there. So it's stiff. This isn't flexible. This is rigid. Okay, so it's not bending. And then it is sharp. But I don't mean sharp like cut yourself sharp. Just pointed there, so it will break up the hamburger. So I have my onions in here. They're pretty much brown. I am going to make this Pampered Chef chili mix. This is one of our meal starters. It comes in a set of 3, and so we can when you order this, it comes with 3 packets. Sorry, got distracted there. So here is 1 pound of ground beef. And I am going to just plop this in here. I'm using my rock crock because I can then put it on our brand new slow cooker stand after I get everything brown. Let me go put this in track. Okay, so I'll show you in a second. I've got over here the slow cooker stand. But first, I don't want to break this up. When you actually brown ground beef, you want to wait a few minutes and let it start to brown. You don't want gray ground beef. You want browned ground beef, okay? So I'm trying to mash it down and get kind of more surface area here on it. And I'm going to give it a few minutes to start to brown. Okay, and then I'll break it up, because if you don't, you get that weird gray color, and then you miss out on all the flavor. The flavor is in the browned ground beef. So you guys can see, I'm going to lift this up a little bit. See, I've got it flattened out a little bit, so I can let it get brown. And I've got the onions in there too. So I'm going to kind of stir it up a little bit. I see the onions getting a little bit extra brown over here on the side. Just going to kind of mix that around a little bit. Keep those moving while we brown the ground beef here. But it won't take but a minute or 2 to do that. We're going to have good caramelized onions in here. So this is a really great packet. I do need to grab one more thing. We're in Texas. We like our chili a little spicy. So in addition to this, I add a little bit extra cayenne. And I gotta find it. It's hiding from me. There it is. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little extra cayenne because we like it a little spicier. And then I add the packet, and I add kidney beans, and I'll add Rotel because I like the little extra flavor. Did you know Rotel has a chili fixins Rotel? It's really got a lot of extra great flavor for the chili fixins, for chili. Okay, I'm gonna start breaking this up now that we've kind of got more of it's brown. See if I can show you guys. You see here that the one side of it's starting to get brown a little bit, not just gray, like right there. Okay, so now I just like you do with the other one. So you guys can see right here. And you can stir it because you don't have that star. You actually have a spoon too. And no longer do I have anything getting stuck in there either. Plus, this is silicone. It is stiff. There's rigidity to it. There's stuff inside of it, but it's wrapped in silicone. Okay. So then it also becomes like a scraper. It will scrape around the edge. It will scrape down the side, just like you would if you were using one of our regular scrapers, right? It's got the same silicone. So I'm gonna let this kind of brown a little bit, not constantly mess with it. But you can already see that it is already broken up pretty good. Okay. And once we get the ground beef all brown, then we'll add in the other ingredients. And then normally you can just, of course, simmer it on the stove top. I believe it says for about 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. But I wanted to go ahead and get this in and going. And then I'm going to put it on the slow cooker and let it cook the rest of the day. Then I won't have to mess with it. It'll be ready when we're ready to eat. We got kind of a busy evening. That's one of my big tips. You know, when you got a busy family going on and people are going all different directions and always have evening activities, if you can have something ready to go and people can eat as they're running through, or you can eat a little earlier than normal or whatever, you will find yourself eating together more and eating at home more. If you don't plan ahead and it gets to be 5 o'clock and you realize you've got 6:30 meetings or soccer practice or dance, you're going to go through the drive-thru. And that's just not good for the budget. Everything now is so stinking expensive, or it's not very healthy for you. So if you plan ahead, like tonight, I know my son's got guitar lessons, my husband's got a meeting. So we've got a lot of stuff going on. So I'm just going to have the chili ready to go. And whenever we're all here together real quick, going to grab a bowl of chili, sit down, eat, and then go on about our business. And that's the real trick. It's not hard to get your family to eat together. If you just do a little bit of planning and it doesn't have to be complicated food. It could be very simple. If you're really trying to watch and be really, really healthy with your choices, or like right now when everything's so expensive, a lot of times my husband and I, we look at the ads. Let's finish, and I'm going to go grab the ads and I'll show you. You get your ads either in the mail or with the newspaper. You can also get them online. Let me find. Okay, if you get the app for your grocery stores, and you look at the ads. Okay, they come out. They're valid Wednesday to Tuesday. So this one started yesterday, right? So you can look and see. Like Kroger right now has ribeye steak, and it is choice, which is the better cut. You don't really want select. You want to make sure you get a choice. The ribeye steaks are $5.97 a pound. Okay, and one steak could feed 2 adults if you're really being careful about the calories. Then there's pork shoulder roast for 97 cents a pound, and you can either smoke that or you can cook that in the oven, and you can create multiple meals from that. And you can even break that up after it's cooked into individual meal sizes and put it in Ziploc bags, and then put those individual Ziploc bags into one big Ziploc bag in the freezer. And then you've got, if you eat at home or you take your lunch to work, then you'd have a really easy way to make your roasted or barbecued or smoked pork into a meal. So you are saving money and calories by eating dinner, eating what you've already made. But what we'll do is, right now chicken's expensive, but if you find it on sale or anything else, you find the meats that are on sale. You'll grill a meat. You can use our grill pan. You can use our grill and griddle, the electric one we have, or if you have a grill outside, however you want to do it, and grill a meat, get a frozen vegetable, and make a salad. Very, very simple. And when you cook meat that way, we have tons of seasonings, tons of different ways of just seasoning the meat so you can change the flavor of it. And it is very, very, very simple to do it that way. Very fast. You could eat in about 15 minutes, very little cleanup. And it is so healthy to have the vegetable, have the salad, and just the protein, the meat. So try that out. Let's see, the St. Louis style ribs, they're $149 a pound at Kroger this week in our area. And with that, you could put those in if you have an Instant Pot or our multi-cooker or our old quick cooker, And there's a really great recipe. Message me if you want that on making ribs in there that are phenomenal. And then you've got that done. It's easy peasy, just a little bit of planning. Just a little bit of planning. I'm going to try and get a little bit of this grease out. And then I'll show you how it turned out. Did y'all see that little tip? Just get the paper towel and wipe it around in here and then put it in a bowl. One more time. My dog's gonna go crazy. We're trying to heat off. Meat's pretty much ready. Also, when you're doing chili, you don't have to have the meat all 100% cooked, because it's going to simmer there in hot liquid, and it will continue to cook in the chili. So don't get too worried. Sorry, Paxton. Don't get too worried about that. Okay, so here, I'm going to spread this back out. We'll turn the heat off. Hang on. Okay, sorry about that. UPS was delivering something. So anyway, let me show you this real quick. Check that out. Can you see it? My camera's going to keep trying to adjust. Okay, there you go. It's all, look at that. It's all broken up. Just like the old one, but I also have a spoon. Okay, and then with this, you can also, if you're making hamburger like taco night, look, you can get your serving and you can turn it and it'll drip out the holes. And then you can put it in your taco. How cool is that? Because it's got holes right there. You see it right there on the side. Okay, so let's finish making the chili. This calls for 1 package of the chili mix. I do have this turned off because I don't need to cook it anymore here. 1 can of undried tomatoes. And like I said, I use a Rotel. There's the chili mix. This is 1 pound of ground beef, chili mix. I had onions in there before. Did y'all notice I used a handy dandy chopper and chopped up all the onions? Then I'll throw that in the dishwasher. Let those brown a little bit before I put the meat in. Use my can opener. If you guys don't have this can opener, it's the most amazing can opener ever. The Rotel chili fixes tomatoes. And then I add beans. Yes, I am from Texas and I add beans. But let's be honest, it makes your chili go farther, right? It says to drain and rinse, but I don't drain and rinse because this is also a thickener. So I might drain a little bit of this off, but I'm not going to rinse and everything. Because this will also add to thicken for the chili. And flavor. I have flavor. Okay. Mix all that up. It calls for 1.5 cups of water. So I got that. Where to go? Right here. 1.5 cups of water. And mix it all up. And like I said, I got to add a little extra cayenne because this is not spicy enough for us. Okay, here we go. And you notice I'm still doing all of this with the same mixing scraper spatula because I can. Okay, so not only did it break up my meat, it's working like my scraper and my spatula to get everything down into the soupy mix. Okay. Okay, we're gonna put things up there. Okay, all set. I'm gonna take this off. here and let's see if the camera will follow me over. Get my handy dandy little micro grips. Grab my, this is the Rock Crock Dutch oven. I'm gonna put it in my slow cooker base. Just like that, okay? So now I'm gonna set the slow cooker to low, and it's gonna be, what time is it? It's 1:20, so I wanna eat at 6, 4.5 hours. There we go, and I got my lid. And we will be all set and chilly tonight. I might whip up some cornbread, and we'll be good to go. And I hope you guys enjoyed that demo and saw what you wanted to see with the with it, and make sure that it was what you were hoping it was. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to message me or comment on this video, and we will I'll answer your question as best I can, and get your orders in. We're trying to get this wrapped up this weekend for Brooke. Let me know if you have any questions on any products. Yes, Jennifer, you can replay it. Yeah, Brooke, definitely need to make chili. Yes, this will be posted in here and you guys can replay it again. So don't worry if you missed part of it. You'll definitely be able to watch it. So that's why I streamed it in here. It's all going to stay right here where it is, and you'll watch it all. So excited, you guys. Let me know if you want to host your own party. These are super easy. I do them on Facebook. I do them off of Facebook. We have something called Table. It's a private party room online, but not on Facebook. So there's that option too. And if you're local to the North Dallas area, I do in-home parties. If you want to do something super simple, an apps type of party, or just desserts, wine, cheese, and chocolate, or fajitas, or anything really. I'm open to any idea. But can get together and just have fun with your friends and look at the catalogs together. So I hope you enjoyed this. I know it was a little bit long, had to wait for it to get brown there, but enjoy it. Let me know if you have any questions, and if you'd like to have your own party, I would love to help you. There's still time to get in on the January special with select cookware for 60% off. You'll get half price items, and when your party reaches $650, you will double your free benefits. So it is super awesome. We can still get that in. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. If you know someone who's looking for a little extra money right now, which who isn't when eggs are $6 a dozen and gas is almost $3, have them talk to me. This is a no risk situation. I've been doing this for 12 years and never imagined I'd still be doing this. I've known Brooke since she was really young, and she can tell you about my journey as well. But this has been actually an amazing way for me to earn extra money for my family and change lives in the process, because I absolutely love influencing and helping other people. Bye, y'all have an amazing Thursday.